Hello and welcome to Coffee and Bonsai with Tom. Today I've got a super exciting episode Mabel and I have for you. And I am like a kid on Christmas morning. I got this huge box and I shouldn't have done it. But Connie, I don't know if any of you know her in the Portulacaria Afra Facebook community. She does landscaping and I think she runs a plant business, but I got some live plants and she will send me a message once in a while when she comes across some awesome material. I've bought some stuff from her before, and which happened recently. And so I ordered it. She's in Southern California, where I think they have a lot of people grow a lot of Portulacaria afras, like in landscaping, and then they of course get out of control and she harvests them, and so that's what we've got here. I ordered I think uh, three plants, and I don't need any more trees, but I'll tell you, she sent me these pictures, and you just can't pass up an opportunity like this. And her prices are extremely, extremely reasonable. I mean, I don't even know where you'd find this stuff, to be honest with you. So I had to take advantage of it, and this is the first I'm seeing it, and you're sharing it with me. So let's look at this first plant. I've got a lot of packaging on here, so I'm just trying to get. She was packed really, really well with these bamboo sticks and tape and whatnot, and so I will just pull them out, and then we will take a closer look at each one. And I'm going to do a series of videos on these where we go do a deep dive on each one of these trees, and I'm going to prune it, you know, get them ready to go in a bonsai pot and get them started. And I think that'll be exciting. I'm super excited because there's one particular one in here, which we'll get to soon enough, that just has a mammoth trunk, and I am very, very excited about the possibilities there. And I ordered, I got a couple more that are, uh, well, the style is quite different from what I normally do. This is one here. Um, and we'll take a closer look at that in a minute. But I kind of wanted to try something a little different. Here's one that's just kind of a straight up. I don't know. Could be a formal upright. Just grow some branches. Just a thick trunk there. And this is the one I'm most excited about. Let me pull this baby out of here. I'm gonna have to do some some cutting away of this stuff so you can get a look at it. Connie does a really great job packaging these. She even wrapped the root ball, got some soil in there so it doesn't get too dry. Wow, lots of foliage on this one. Look at this. Mabel's quite interested. She's always my co-pilot. I call her. She's like a Velcro pug or shadow pug. She's just always right there. Um, yeah, wow, this has a lot of foliage, which I'm very happy about because, as you can imagine, there's not a lot of fine roots on these. These were really beefy stuff, kind of taken out of probably somebody's overgrown landscaping. And so some of these roots are massive. I've never even seen roots like this. We'll get a closer look at these here in a minute. But and woody, it's kind of shocking to me. Let me just get rid of some of this packaging. Huge box came in. Yeah, my wife is like, "Hey, what did you order from Home Depot?" And I just laughed. It's funny. She definitely thinks I have too many bonsai. In fact, when friends come over, they go, "Oh, these are great," and she goes, "Oh, go ahead, take one." Kind of jokingly. Well, let's take a look at this. I mean, look at the root on this. I mean, it's like actual wood. I've never seen. I mean, it's hard. Some of this must have been sticking up in their yard. Maybe you can see it was chopped back drastically, brutally at some point. Um, but I would probably have done that to it anyway. So this is like I said, is just a great opportunity for material. You can see this huge wound there, and lots of options. I mean, this is really what I like to see. So my plan for this is, get it back to health, get it kind of surging with growth and vigor, um, which means it'll have started growing some good roots, and then I will, you know, take it on its bonsai journey, and in probably just a few short years, it'll be fabulous. Look at this one; it kind of looks like the alien creature in War of the Worlds. It's got like this big head on it, really long. Uh, I guess you'd call it aerial roots, kind of coming down here, but it's definitely an interesting shape. And this is the one that I thought I wanted to challenge myself and do something a little different with that one. Yeah, Mabel's not, she's not so convinced on that. And then this one is just a straight up, nice, big, thick trunk. Got a little bit of green on it, which I think helps it to grow roots. And yeah, so this will probably be maybe a formal upright, or I'll do a cathedral style cedar emulation, something like that. But yeah, those are the three trees, and I'm very, very excited to work on these. And like I said, I'll be doing lots of in-depth videos on developing each of these. I'm super, super excited about. I mean, you can't look a gift horse in the mouth when this material comes along. I'm just going to let him sit out here and regain a little bit of breathing after having been in that box before I do much to them. But look forward to those on the channel. Probably, I don't know, July. I'll probably do most of that work in July. And while I got you here, let's take a quick look at other stuff that's happening. You can see some of my forests here. Here's my, um, it's really coming along. Everything is just greening up and getting chunky and fat and enjoying the sunshine. And, it's really kind of one of my favorite times of year. It's sort of like late spring. It's kind of like the succulent spring. Here's these were given to me by a viewer. They're really taking off now. Here's one did a recent video on. You can see it's sprouting out all over the place. And this one will probably need pruned soon. But yeah, everything is just so happy and bristling with, the leaves get really fat and glossy and chunky. And, you know, everything just loves being outside. As do I, and so does Mabel. And it's just a I don't know, glorious time of year. Like nothing makes me happier. I just kind of walk out in the morning with my coffee and like take a look at these, water anything that might need it. And, it's just a fabulous hobby. This one needs pruning. This is one that another huge jade that I cut back. There'll be a video on that one pretty soon. Um, as is this one. I think I just did a video on that one. And yeah, I've put down my Osmocote. I usually put that down early on because I find it's just a nice background feed, especially when we get rain and I'm not watering them. So these are some of my chunky variegated. These were large cuttings that I just put in a bonsai pot, and I found they work out really well that way. This was a small cutting. This thing was nothing when I got it. It's grown. There's the kind of candy stick one. You can see it's developing. Here's one of my cascade. Finally getting some beefy branches out there. This is a weird jade. I think it gets pink or white flowers. I'm just letting it go. This guy needs a prune, but seems to be happy. It's a cork bark. Um, there's my desert rose. I'm hoping it blooms someday. Keep my fingers crossed. On the lower shelf, I've got some more. This probably needs a trim, but it's really enjoying being outside. Another large variegated. There's Lilliput variety on the right there. Um, I'll just roll across the bottom shelf here a little bit. I've got, these are just a large cutting, another variegated that's got a nice trunk that needs some. I'm just letting this one grow out. And I've got some jades I recently pruned on the channel. You can see I'm getting some new leaves there, and I'm really excited about this. I'm getting some ramification on those branches, and this is a cute one. It's kind of working out. I don't know where we're going to go styling wise. I'm just letting it grow out to give me some options. And there's my variegated forest. Super happy to be outside. And Here's a stumpy little jade, another forest. Needs some pruning. This is my let's see. This was my General Sherman, which is really super happy to be outside now. It's really uh, brimming with vigor, which is what of course I like to see. Um, some other large variegated I had, and these are interesting because they kind of started again from Connie as large cuttings, like I had, like I just showed you that I got in the mail, though not as large as some of the newer ones. But yeah, they all I basically cut them right down to nothing, no roots at all, and they sprouted, and now they're doing great. One of the huge advantages of succulents, so easy to propagate. And just a bunch of little ones here. Here's a whole collection of cuttings that I'll have to figure out what to do with. And my mame, they're also happy to be outside. They just kind of like breathe a huge sigh of relief and just plump up in a week or so, and um, it's just amazing. This is my mammoth, Portulacaria mammoth. Not a species I'm too happy with so far. I may have to move these on at some point. I'm going to give it, I don't know, another 3 months or so, and we'll see. But it's not, I don't know, it's just not sparking joy like my others do. So we'll see what happens there. I'll keep at it for a bit longer. I'm not going to give up yet. But yeah, those are the bulk of my trees. And I've got some others that are just kind of, mostly cuttings that I couldn't bear to get rid of, and I'll quickly show you some of those. Oh, this one is off to the side here on my grill. This is another one I think we did recently on the channel. Looks super, super happy. Um, and here's one of my cutting stations. I just use these little squares, and got some nice jade here that I don't know what I'm gonna do with. I honestly don't need all these, so we'll figure it out. But it's kind of nice, the stuff that works out really well, I tend to work with and then move on. Some of the other stuff that someone else will be really, really happy to have, I would imagine. Um, Here's another one. I've got a bunch of these are cuttings from prunings I've done on the channel, and yeah, so just too many jade, honestly. This is a one that I cut back. You can see it in the playlist massively. It's just growing like crazy. And then this is a large forest I have, which we're going to be working on soon because it's really just, these had no roots, no branches, nothing. And you can see now they're just bustling. So no thought for today, but I thought I would have Mabel serenade you whenever she hears a fire truck siren. Well, this is what she likes to do, and I just find it I just find it amusing. She just kind of howls along with it. This is my utility room. You can see my Christmas tree back there. But thanks for watching, and I'll see you all again very, very soon.